Welcome to Flow Motion with Marie. This 45-minute flow will charge your legs, arms, and core, so prepare for long holds and extra slow movements that will build your strength in body and mind. Let's begin today's practice lying down on our back. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and then let your knees just roll out naturally to the sides. You can choose how far you want your heels to be from the pelvis. And if this still doesn't feel right, you can either put rolled up blankets on the outer edges of your thighs, on the outer thighs, or your knees together and let your feet be as wide as the sides of your mat. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. And you'll take about 2 or 3 more breath cycles like this. And each time you exhale, think of letting go of something that you don't need in the next few moments of this practice. And understand that we're going to slow things down. And that's the intention that we'll work with. Slow things down. And reach your arms upward toward the sky and start to roll your wrists. And listen if there are any clickety clicks, clackety clacks, and bring space to your wrists. And together with this rolling of the wrists, let's add the rolling of the elbows. Think slow and full. We'll pause here. Let's roll on to our right side. And we'll roll the left shoulder as well as the left hip. Bring space and bring life into your left shoulder and into the left hip. Let's circle the other way then. Maybe the circling happens simultaneously, or maybe one joint is ahead of the other. Come onto the belly, please, and we'll wake up the back side of the body. So the tops of the feet press into the ground. On the inhale, lift up everything you can lift off. As you exhale, lower all the way down, slowly. Inhale, lift, arch, get light. Exhale, come all the way down. Lift up, reach. Even the navel pulls off of your mat. Take it all the way down. One more. Lift everything you can. Reach. And come back all the way down. Now let's roll over onto our left side. We'll roll the right shoulder. Roll your right knee. So think of drawing huge circles with your elbow and your knee. Whether or not they're drawing these circles at the same time is up to you. Where does your flow lie? Switch sides, circle the other way. Allow yourself to rock forward and back. Come on to all fours from here. Let's bring your left hand slightly forward and reach your right leg toward the back. And open up in baby half moon pose. Reach the right arm upward and press the right foot really far away from you, so that there's no dangling happening or lifeless right arm and right leg. Really reach away from you. Pull the belly in. We're going to bend the right leg and the right elbow and reach out. Extend. Pull in. So elbow and knee reach toward the ribs and then they'll extend. Pull in and reach out. There's a contraction when you pull in and a stretching out when you extend. Just one more. Pull in and hold. Posture is held. Breath continues. Then you release this. Step the right foot forward. Lower your right hand and shift the hips forward and back. Come forward, lower the hips toward the front. Come back, lower the hips toward the back side. Reach forward and pull back. One more. Reach forward and pull back. Come back to center. We'll take lizard pose. Lower your hands to the inner edge of your right foot. And you'll start this high. Is this enough of an opening for your right hip? If so, then stay here. If not, if there's still space, then lower your forearms to the mat. And that might mean wiggling your back foot a little further back. Allow your spine to round. And think of peeling the inner right foot away from the mat. Your right knee might roll out toward the side a little more. Come up onto the hands if you were on your forearms. Once more, the left hand slightly forward. Press your right foot into the floor. Push down and straighten your left leg and come onto the outer left foot. I'll show you here. The left leg has to be straight and strong, so press down to the outer left foot. And this is what it looks like when there is no engagement. So the left leg is limp. But we'll do the exact opposite of that. Bring life by straightening the left leg, by pulling the belly in, lifting the hips a little bit higher. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's release that. Lower the hips. Come onto all fours. We'll take the second side. Reach the left leg back, the right hand slightly forward, and then open up into baby half moon here. Left arm will reach up. Your left ball of the foot really firms away from your body. And if you feel shaky, then change the placement of your bottom hand. Shift around until you find the sweet spot. Maybe it's also a matter of shifting the foot of the leg that's on the ground. And then you'll bring the left knee to the rib, the left elbow to the rib. And reach out. Pull in. Reach out. Pull in. Reach. Contract. Reach out. Pull in and contract here. The breath continues even if the movement stops. Then bring the left foot forward. The left hand comes down. Shift the hips forward and back. Come forward. Drop the hips forward. Drop the hips backward. So they don't drop all the way, but the direction is toward a drop, toward a lowering. Come back to center. Hands come to the inner edge of your left foot this time. The hands press into your mat. Arms can stay long here. And maybe at this point already the inner edge of your left foot starts to peel off of the mat. So an external rotation in the hip happens. You might be up here, or you might come lower down to the mat on your forearms, or perhaps it's somewhere in between. And make space in the right hip so that maybe you need to wiggle your right foot back slightly. Allow the chest to cave in so that your back body expands. From here, let's press up. Right hand will come slightly forward. Push down through your front foot, your left foot. Then spin onto the outer right foot. And push down on all the points that are on the ground. Left foot, outer right foot, right hand. Reach your left arm upward. Strong in places, soft in places. And that's where you find the balance there. We'll come into downward facing dog. A full inhale. Out through the mouth, exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Let's reach the right leg up. So we come into what's called a three-legged downward facing dog. Reach the right leg far and back. That's your inhale. Exhale, bring the knee to chest. Once more, reach the right leg up. Inhale. Exhale, pull the knee in. Really firm the hands into your mat. One more. Reach the right leg long back behind you. Exhale, pull the knee into chest. Step the right foot forward. Bring the foot toward your hands. You'll rise up very slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly in crescent pose. Make the adjustments that you need to, whether it's bringing your back foot closer or further away from the front foot. Feel buoyant as you reach the arms up, but feel grounded as you press the feet into the ground. And then open up into Warrior Two. Take a full breath in as you gaze forward. Full breath out. Really complete the exhale. Inhale. Complete exhale. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. Now flip the right palm to the sky. Lean forward, reach frontward, and then upward, and then backward. you're in reverse warrior. Feel the space in the right side of the body. Come back into warrior two. Let's do that mini flow, right palm to sky. Lean forward, then scoop up, and then lean back. Take it back into warrior two. Two more like that. You reach, you come up, you reach back. And warrior two. And at this point, you found your own flow, your own version of reaching, of lifting, of leaning. Stay here. And then straighten your front leg. Look down. Do you need to wiggle the back foot forward just a tad? Or will you keep your foot there? Because you need to stay balanced as we melt into triangle pose. Triangle pose, the legs stay straight. Your right arm will reach forward and then downward as your left arm simultaneously reaches up toward the ceiling. A moment of silence. Just listen to how you breathe. Look down, press the feet into the ground, come up to standing position. Bend your front leg, lower the hands, step the front foot back. Let's lean forward. Lower your knees and the elbows and come all the way down to the belly, to the chest, to the head. Lift up everything you can. And you'll press back into downward facing dog. Push up. Reach your hips up and back. Your legs can be deeply bent, or they can be straight, or they can be somewhere in between. So you'll find where you feel best, where you feel most centered. We'll take a moment to swivel our feet. So raise your heels high up, swivel your heels to the right. Raise up, pivot to your left side. Lift up, lower the heels to the right. Lift, pivot, and left. Lift up, pivot the heels. Lift up, and let's take child's pose. Whether your arms stay forward or alongside your body, circle your wrists or open and close your hands, maybe even wiggle the fingers so that you can bring some space into your wrists. Your silence then allows you to just connect with how you're breathing. We return to downward facing dog. Reach the left leg up, keep it long, and then pull the knee into chest. Once more, left leg reaches, and then left knee pulls in. Inhale to reach, exhale to pull in. Feel the back rounded, feel your hands pushing into the ground. Belly pulls in. And step the left foot forward or carry the left foot forward. We're going to rise in slow motion. So both legs have to stay strong. The belly has to pull in so that you can slowly rise. The torso lifts. Your arms reach. Grounded at the feet, rooted down, but free in the upper body. There's always time to add a smile for softness. Open into Warrior Two. Gaze forward toward your left hand and find a softness in places that you feel are overworking, whether that be in the shoulders or in the jaw, or maybe even just how you're looking. Soften. Left palm to sky. Reach forward and then lift up and lean back. Take it back into Warrior Two. Left palm, flip it over. Reach the left arm forward and up and back. Come back to Warrior Two. Take your time. Left palm to sky. Reach and lift up and lean back. This time stay, please. There's a reaching up sensation to bring space, this time to the left side body. Straighten the front leg. You look down. Ask yourself, do I need to bring my back foot forward just a tad? Make the adjustments and then you lean forward. You lower your left hand as the right arm reaches up. There's a marriage of strength and softness in this posture. Replace any tension with softness. Can you look downward, please? Press through both feet. Come up to standing position. Bend your left leg. Lower the hands to the ground. Your transition, please. The left foot steps back. Lean forward. Come down slowly. Resist, resist, resist. And then lift up through the chest, the neck, the head. Press back into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up. Pull the belly in. And can we try that pivoting on the balls of the feet again here? Lift high, pivot, heels to right. Lift, heels up, pivot, heels lower to left. Once more. Lift heels, lower to right. Lift heels, lower to left. And in the process, you'll discover, maybe it feels better with my legs bent. Or maybe it feels better to move the hips a little bit more, kind of like bring a little kembot, a little arte, a little oomph. How do you translate kembot into English? Filipino viewers, how would that be? And then downward facing dog. Come to center. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out to the mouth. From downward facing dog, let's bend the knees, look forward, and take the feet forward, whether it's a big step or little steps forward. Feet toward the hands. We'll come up in chair pose. Bend your legs and sweep the arms forward and upward. Draw the belly in. Gaze at just one spot and feel the fullness, the completeness of your breath. And as we stand, lift the right knee up, please, and hug the knee in toward your chest. Already here, this is a balanced pose enough. So if you wiggle, take your time, breathe, smile, and try not to take it too seriously. Look at just one point and reach the right leg forward. Bring the hands behind the right thigh so that you'll not really carry it, but then you'll support the leg lift. And try to stay centered, not leaning back or leaning forward, right in the middle. I think you can let go of the leg and reach the arms overhead, and do so. Reach, arms reach high, standing foot pushes down. As slow as you can, lower the right foot forward on the ground, reach up, then lean forward. You might need blocks, so locate them and take the blocks underneath your hands, whether they're the highest way up or middle way down or all the way down. Come to your position where the breath remains calm, is full, is steady. Take one more inhale. Full exhale. Come up halfway and prepare for warrior three. You'll need the blocks still with you. Align the blocks so that they're underneath your shoulders. Bend your standing leg just a little so that you can get light on the back leg. You lift the back leg and push into the blocks with your hands so that your torso comes parallel to the ground. Find the sweet spot. Honor it if you are wobbling. Find stillness if you're able to. If the body isn't able to find stillness, then at least let the mind focus on one spot. We'll release this. Bend your front leg, lower the back foot, lower the hands, and step the front foot back. Come to downward facing dog, or if you would like a transition or a vinyasa, from plank. You lean forward, lower down. Come back up through the chest, and we come back to plank. The feet, have them slightly apart. Now we'll lower your heels to the right and then to the left. Continue on to the right and then on to the left. And just notice how there is a shift in weight. Good. Come back to downward facing dog. We'll do our second side. Remember, we said we'd slow it down, so slow it down. If slowing down might also mean pausing and taking a longer break, do so. You can pause this video and stop, and then come back when you're ready. And if you are ready, from down dog, bend the legs, look forward, and then walk the feet forward. Rise up in chair, please. Press the feet into the ground. Sweep the arms forward and upward as the legs stay bent. Take an inhale. Exhale, stand up. Hug the left knee in. Press down through your standing foot. Get really tall. Then reach the left leg forward. Hands will support your left leg. Draw the belly in. Reach the arms overhead. There's strength, but there's softness. Re-lengthen if you feel that you punched. Slowly lower the left foot forward in front of you. Reach the arms over overhead even more, and then start to lean forward. Take your blocks underneath the hands. Come up halfway and then fold forward. The moment you find yourself in a posture where you're holding, you're not obliged to hold it there if you feel discomfort or awkward. So fine tune where you are so that you come to a place of balance. You'll come halfway up. Get ready to take the blocks with you. Bend your standing leg. Blocks underneath your shoulders. Lift the back leg and come into Warrior 3 here. So your right knee and your right toes are pointing downward. They're not rolling out toward the side. Point them downward. Find a lift in the upper body. Can you lengthen through the standing leg, through the back leg, through the torso, through the breath? And then we release this. Back foot lowers, hands lower, step back into downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let's move forward into plank pose. The feet slightly apart. We'll lower our heels to the right. Come back to center. Lower heels to left. Back to center. Find that shift and notice the balance shifts. Just observe there. Back to center. Shifting the balance. Come back to center. Now, let's bring the left hand slightly forward. Lower your heels to your left. Bring the right hand to your right hip or up toward the ceiling. Smile. Breathe. Feel the strength. Your outer left foot firms down. Your inner right foot firms down. So your legs are alive. Let's take it to the other side. Right hand slightly forward. Lower your heels to your right. And reach the left arm up. And if I haven't said it yet, this is a side plank. And there is strength in the legs because you're pushing down through the outer right foot, through the inner left foot, as well as through your bottom hand. So 3 points, long and strong as the belly pulls in. And take it back to center, lower down into downward facing dog. We inhale, out through mouth. One more inhale. Exhale. Let's come into child's pose. Arms alongside the body. I'll offer 2 other variations of this posture. First variation is to start in downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up and step the right foot forward toward the right hand. Left hand slightly forward. You'll swivel onto the outer left foot and face the side of the mat. The right arm will reach up. Notice here your base, your left hand, your left leg. Those are already the foundations of side plank. Keep reaching up with the right arm. Keep breathing. I'll take you to another variation where we'll come into downward facing dog, bring the feet together. Already here, squeeze the legs together so that they become one unit. Come forward into plank. Left hand slightly forward and swivel onto the outer left foot. Your right arm will reach up. Firm down. Down on through left hand, down onto the outer left foot. Squeeze in with the legs. Pull the belly in. Breathe. Release this. Back to downward facing dog. We take an inhale and an exhale. We'll take the second side. Those of you who did the second variation, you can stay in downward facing dog. And those of you who did the first variation, I'll do that with you. Left leg reaches up. Step the left foot forward. Then you'll push down through the left foot. Right hand slightly forward. Swivel onto the outer right foot and reach your left arm up. Take an inhale. Exhale. Remember, the body parts on the ground, firm down strong so that you feel the stability. Second variation, downward facing dog. Feet together. Two legs become one. Shift forward into plank. Right hand slightly forward. Swivel to the outer right foot and reach your left arm up. Side plank. Breathe. The squeezing of your legs add to the engagement, add to the lift. Whatever posture you are in, breathe fully, slowly, steadily. Release this. Come into downward facing dog. Inhale through nose. Out through mouth. Breathe in. Exhale. Let's come down onto the knees. And then we'll take the hips to one side, swing your legs forward and cross your ankles or bring the soles of your feet together. If you need to sit on a block, take a moment then to prop yourself up. Arms reach out in front of you and circle your wrists. And bring your palms together overhead. Bend your elbows, bring your thumbs toward your upper back. Re-straighten the arms, lower your left hand and bend toward your left side. Come back up. Lower your right hand and bend to your right. Come back up. Take your block out if you're seated on one. Take your hands behind you. Bend your legs. And we'll wipe our knees side to side. Bring your knees back to center. Hold the backs of your thighs and slowly roll all the way down to your back. With the legs still bent, push your elbows into the floor to lift your hips, and you'll bring your shoulders underneath you. push the elbows firmly into the ground so you lift up through the chest. Press down through the feet. Expand in the front body. Exhale. Lower down very slowly. Straighten your legs. Let them roll out very naturally to the sides. Shake out your arms. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Open up and exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Take 2 more of these long inhales and full exhales. And with each exhale, soften in the parts where you need them the most. And all our work is done. And all we need to do is relax. All effort finished. Bring softness to all parts of the body. And stay for as long as you need to. If you have picked up any good vibes in this practice, may I ask you to pass it on. Thank you for joining me in Flow Motion. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.